on a few seconds early, but I'm going to do this post review at the beginning of this. This is my completed Rose Profit. The only thing I changed was down here in her name. I made that silver instead of beige, but everything else was as charted. It is, I'm going to get it framed later today, but isn't that gorgeous? That is phenomenal. I'm going to put you guys right here just because I'm going to roll this up. Well, I'm going to go put it on the table that way. There we go. And now I'm going to put this into my, where I'm working so that I can. Oh. Alexis, can you get that that just popped across the room? Oh. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Palmy. I'm going to turn myself around now. Thank you. Right now I'm working on Golden Glade, just in between.
So far, even though she's done like only a few squares of it, it's really.
Okay, what light is that? That one. There we go. There. Now. Now I'll be able to see. That was something. That one is done, and my frames came in. I was able to find on Amazon. I'll link it down below for those 50 by 50 paintings of roses. I think I got 3 frames for like $39. So that's like $13 a frame. So that is not bad. And so I'll put the link down below. And right now, even though you can't tell, I have 5 kids in here. It's kind of quiet for 5 kids. But I did make one turn their YouTube TV down, and the other one's got her PlayStation down because they were quite loud. But I wanted to show you that post review. It is gorgeous. And then when I talked to Diamond Painting Pen Pal about sponsoring the event, which they agreed to, they said get back with them closer to the event and we'll work things out. I went ahead and purchased one. So, and it came in today. So I'll get to see exactly what it looks like. I'd like to know where they get these little bags at. I wonder if there's a place on Amazon that sells them. Because y'all, I went and got y'all. I went and purchased 8. I think 8. Maybe 9. Not sure. Diamond Art Club diamond painting pens to put in the event packages. Morning, Palmy. And here is this. Isn't that gorgeous? I think it was like $35. And I was popped open their site to send them the email, and that popped up, and it does have the flat side. There's the flat side. And I was like, oh, it's like a fuchsia purple. It's like gorgeous. So, and I have metal tips I'll put in it, but that is gorgeous. I'll probably use the 4-placer and then just go ahead. It is beautiful. I'm serious. And it's one of their $35 pens. It's not thick and chunky. It's like the perfect size. I mean, really, it's like the perfect size. I mean, it is, yeah. And I'll put this on this end. And then I'll put a metal tip on that end. And I'll have a new pen. But like I was saying, I did get y'all pins for the event. Um, they're gorgeous. They are absolutely gorgeous. Your prize packs are just like coming together so far. They got a Diamond Art Club canvas in it. They got some art dot stuff in it. What else did I put in there? Oh, I made some um, trash drills. Not all of them are like this. The grand prize will probably get a diamond, but it's like it's a trash drill holder with magnets on the back to hold it onto your stuff, so it don't go, flying. Because stuff, especially with me working in my lap, has a tendency to, if I move just right, go flying. Because I do everything in my lap. I kit up in my lap. I diamond paint in my lap. I do everything in my lap. My lap and me have a ongoing. Like I have this big. I'm working on this one right now, and I am working on my A2 light pad in my lap. So everything's in my lap. I'm just an in the lap kind of person. But yeah, I've talked to AJ, and they said yes, they would like to sponsor some Smarties. See any other candies down there? I got 5 minions. Oh, no, and a eraser. I think that's an eraser. Hi, Dawn. And let me see what else do I got in there. Oh, you're getting some diamond dot drills, um, some rollers. Still got to get some more of those. Um, Making some really cool cover minders, and then I have a couple cover minder companies that are donating. Couple canvas people and drills that are donating. So not all sure because they haven't started sending them. I know Nix has donated a tray and a little thing of putty will go in each package. I think, and everybody who wins will get a venti, and the grand prize winner will get a beast, and then everybody's going to get a putty. So yeah, she's very gracious with hers. So y'all don't forget to sign up on the Google Doc. I'm not going to make you watch all kinds of lives and videos and pick a word and have to come back and do all that stuff. No, no, we're not doing that. And you're not going to have to go scour the world to get points to where you can get stuff. No, no. It'll be like Nix's. If you've ever done one of hers, all you got to do is post a picture. I put everybody's name that has posted their picture for the week on a wheel. We spin the wheel. When it lands on your name should be on the Google Doc. It will just come in the mail to you. And then I have stuff that I'm going to do random giveaways. We'll have some random giveaways. Diamond Art Club has graciously donated three $50 gift cards for winners. So, yeah, it's starting to shape up pretty good. I think out of everyone I've asked if they would like to sponsor, I've only had two no's. One, because they were like, you would have to prove that you're having one. I just got my two. I got the Raven and Tidal Wave. I'm a nut. Yeah, I just was like, because I've been saving. I won that gift card like a month ago. I've been like saving it. So I got a tidal wave, and I got a and I'm hoping what I bought will hold the trays. Hey, hand me the little box, the round box. I've got to put it together. Yes, the only brown box down there. And I got this in, but I got to put it all together. And it's one of those towers. And I'll post a link. And I even bought some blue spray paint because it's cardboard. It's not wood. It's cardboard. And I'll spray paint it. And I'm going to see if the trays will fit in it. I think they will. So it's about, yeah, so I think the trays will fit. So I can make me a tray tower. Because I have quite a few down here. And then I'm going to, the special ones, like when she starts getting them in there, I'm going to get them. Can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait. And then I'm all kitted up for or not Phoenix Fantasy, but the Codathon, and I finished my Rose Prophet, and I finished my Magic Potions. So I thought, well, I am just going to go ahead and start Golden Glade. And let me tell you guys, it is working up gorgeous. All the leaves are in uh, these two colors, which are the orange AB and a yellow AB. And they are just gorgeous. They make the corner pop. And then in between leaves, you have the dark browns and some dark greens. So it's really starting to pop. It's going to be gorgeous. It's that Abraham Hunter Golden Glade. I've still got 6 more unboxings to go. It's like, Lord help me. But I still got 6 more unboxings to go. I think I've got 4 decks, a Dreamer's design, and something else. So I will get to them, I promise. And I'll unbox this little box and put it together on a video. And I did, because I was asking y'all if you guys wanted in the packages of like a nighttime tea or a daytime tea or a relaxing tea. I bought the little tins. If Yeah, yes. But I ordered, hand me the other box, Alexis. Yeah, I'll just put one of the kids to work. Yes, yes, the red one. No, that's just a label that goes on the other stuff. But I bought these,
What are they?
and let's see if I can get in here, figure out how to get in here. But I bought these because, I thought, well, maybe people would want a tin of tea, and I can put a little bit of homemade tea in a tin. Let's see if I know how to open the tin.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, once I get them open the first time, it'll be just a little tin of tea.
It's so cute.
And that's, that way I can send out teas to people who would like a tea. Because, yeah, I'm starting to get the teas made up. And, oh, I've got my oils drained. But after that first time of draining them, hey, Alexis, there's some scissors or tweezers right down there, pink. I have decided that I am going to go ahead and buy me, right here, on the edge of the couch. Thank you.
Yeah.
I am going to buy me an hydraulic press. I'm crafting the tea. That's okay, Polly. Mine do that too. Mine do that too. But I sit there and squeezed them all by hand, and I lost so much oil, and I had oil all over me, all over my kit. It was a royal mess. It took me and Alexis, 2 days to clean up all the oil stuff.
Yeah.
It was a mess. So I'm gonna buy it's a, they call it a wine press, but basically I'm putting the stuff in nut milk bags. But nut milk bags are like enclosed. They're not made out of cotton. They're more made out of poly something, and they're food grade. And you can put your oils in there, and you can close the top, pop it in there, and then just start working with the press. And it just literally presses all the oil out, and it comes out a little tube and goes into wherever you're gathering it at. But yeah, it sounds so much simpler than where. Of course, my arm's still bothering me, so I was taking like the comfrey oil and the calendula oil, and the ones that, were really supposed to be helpful with stuff. I was rubbing it in, and it really did help. So yeah, I'll be getting those done. I got some coming out. They have like cayenne in it for deep heat to get in the muscle. Some that will just knit muscles and bones and healing, and so I'm doing all them, and I'm doing diamond painting. I finally sat over there the other night and spent an hour, guys, putting all them little bottles in order. Oh, and I've got my art dot box came in, and Alexis, hand me that box on the edge of the couch, up the table up there. That keep going this side, all the way in back. The flowery thing, yes, that. And so I ended up getting two because the first one they said it didn't go through, so I ordered it again. Well, it went through twice. So I'm going to have two of these.
This one looks like a penguin.
Oh, what?
A nightwing.
I don't know what a nightwing is. So I got two of these, which are, I think, the 120 boxes.
You know I love jacket stuff.
Hmm.
Can I have this?
Yes, you can have it. Yeah, this is the 120. So I ended up getting two of those. So I'll do an unboxing with that because I got that, something else, and the Art Dot color card. So got those, but they're very pretty. Very pretty. I just wasn't expecting that many of them.
That's a big diamond coloring box.
Well, a lot of the paintings I'm doing now have like 70, 80 colors. So these little 60s don't work unless you use two of them.
Deep as that blue.
Yeah, I just wasn't expecting because I got an email from both PayPal and Ardot saying, oh, didn't go through because I hadn't updated my card. It was still hadn't been activated. So I said, oh, it didn't go through. Well, when I activated the card, it automatically went through. Well, I thought it had not gone through, so I just went through and reordered it. So I ended up with two of them. I was just like, what? So it works that way. It's just like, say what? But it's like I know I can use them because the 60s aren't cutting it except for my older pictures because the newer ones are coming in with tons more, except for my Rose Profits that I'll be getting because I'll probably be getting the 50 by 50 because I got two more frames that I'll be able to use. And if anyone's still looking for pagany kind of photos, go to roseprofitcreations.com because she is starting to build pagan pictures for the events coming up, because there's mine and then there's Drills and Chills and there's a couple pagan holidays and there is Festival of Witches. So there's quite a few coming up that they'll be applicable for. And hers are very vibrant, as you saw with the eye, very bright, vibrant. They work up really quick because it had quite a bit of color blocking in it, and it wasn't horrible. And they actually went on straight, which is amazing because you try to do it with other companies and they're like all willy nilly. And guys, I threw a diamond painting away yesterday. I was working on Maleficent from AliExpress, and that thing was popping so horribly. I couldn't keep them down. I mean, as soon as I put one couple down, another one pop up. I mean, it was just nonstop. So I was like, you know what? I am done with this. And I pulled all my release papers off of it and just rolled it up in a ball and tossed it in the trash because it was like, yeah. And it wasn't looking the best because, it wasn't good drills. And I think that's the second or third one I've ever in 3 years thrown away. One was because it popped so bad, like this one. One was because even though it was completed, you couldn't tell what it was. It just looked like a bunch of patches of blobby colors. And I was just like, yeah, no. So, yeah, another one went in the trash. I'll go in and just delete it out. Boys, quiet and go settle it down. Yeah, I have a 5, 6, no, 5, 7, 8, 11, and 16-year-old here. So, yeah. Boys, do I need to separate you? Been quiet. Why don't you guys go outside and play? It's like, yeah, let's go outside. Yeah, go outside. So I'm alive and you guys are too loud. But yeah, I love this one. It's so pretty. It's the butterfly one.
I love that.
And I don't know if they have it in the 3-tier or not. Because I only needed the 1 3-tier I got, but that was because when I did my stash or my stash videos at the very end, I had all them packages of drills that I couldn't find the canvases because none of them had numbers on them. So I couldn't put them together. So I literally just put every drill from all in packages in that 3-tier storage container. And then I figure when I work the drills, the canvas, I'll just pull the bottles that I need. Because it was like, oh my Lord. It was like having a fit. And also on this pen is as light as this pen. So these are like two super lights. I have four different companies here. I have a Craftmates, which I did try to get them to sponsor, but they were like, you would need to prove to us you're having an event. And I was like, well, I've already sent you what I got. And then this is from Diamond Painting Pen Pal, the no roll. And this one is from Chroma Pen. I think it was like $35. Not bad. And then this is from Lady Lathe, which I don't know if she'll be doing any for a while. She was in Vegas and fell and broke her wrist or her arm. She broke something. So I don't see her lathing any pins for a while. That might be an out there thing. I think the room cleaners. I bought some air cleaners because I live out in the country. I live on a dirt road. Well, it's a gravel road, but dirt. And so no matter how much I dusted, it was always like immediately dirty, dusty. So the air quality was really rough. And so I bought those air cleaners, and it seems to have been doing massive improvement because the dust isn't coming down as bad, and the sneezing fits and headaches are diminishing greatly. So yes, that is a good thing. Outside now. Do it quietly. Want some kids? Want some kids? I think two go home Saturday and three go home on Sunday. My girlfriend is so jealous. She's like, that's not fair. They get to be away from their kids. And I was like, well, they were like, you did tell them no. And I was like, why would I do that? I want to spend time with my grandkids.
Okay, I know it's me. Yep. Yeah. I don't care.
Oh, there they go. You're on your first day, dude.
I don't know. I heard about lost it.
He just started his first job. He's had 3 days at his first job.
Oh, very bad.
Did you go out and start the car?
I'm only 11. I'm starting the car.
Not that
Still
car.
on the charger.
Huh?
Still on the charger.
Yeah, just start it. Make sure it starts. I put a trickle charger on my Camaro, so we're checking to see if the trickle charger is helping. Because otherwise, you can't get it to stay started. My son is planning on taking my car and putting it in the car show because his car is in the shop. And I was like, all right, but you'll have to clean it because I'm not going to go out there and clean it for a car show. Square one. You could, no, that's not a square. Did you find it? So he's taking my car, put it in the car show. And so at least it'll get nice and cleaned up and vacuumed. And because you got to raise your hood, you have to raise your trunk. Which for me is the back hatch. You got to raise your hood, you got to raise your back hatch. And people kind of climb through your car and poke and prod. Because I've had it in a car show before, so it's been in a car show. So I was like, yeah, sure, but you get to clean it. I'm not cleaning for a car show again. It's like, yeah, that was a pain. And then you sit there and kind of babysit your car while one's running around through it. And then in April, me and a little bit here, Little Bug, are going to go to a mystical enchanted event that lasts 2 days. And I'm trying to get my girlfriend to go. But it's going to be 2 days of anything mystical. And they're going to have like people dressed. They're going to have dragons and fairies. And I mean, the whole shebang, people dressed up at them and figurines and, different vendors and wares. And yeah. Hey, it started. I hear the room room. So Trickle Chargers works. Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a blast. I mean, they got tarot readers there, some herbalists there with their wares, and they got, like the people who come in and they have like Ann Stokes does over in England, where they come in with their dragon figurines and all that kind of stuff. It's almost like a Renaissance fair, but more on the mystical, witchy side. So that'd be kind of cool, actually. So I did ask my daughter just to be, on the safe side, and she was like, "Yeah, she can go." I was like, "Okay," because I done got my ticket for 2 days, and she's free. So it was like for 2 days, $12. That is not bad. And I might actually meet some people around here that do the kind of stuff I do. You could probably, if you could vend one of those, you could probably take some of these nicer, mystical, witchy kind of, dragon, fairy, really nice ones, diamond paintings, put them in some, poster frames or make a frame. And I bet you could sell them because a lot of people love the picture. They just don't think they have the patience to do it. They're willing to buy the painting. They just don't want to do the painting. And of course, the ones they've seen are those pixelated, cheap ones. And so that's what they think diamond painting is. But when you start getting into these bigger ones where you have the detail and the quality and they're gorgeous and they look like they're supposed to, they're awesome. I mean, it's like, whoa, okay, that's different. That looks like an actual picture. Just, it's just giving them the quality. So we're looking forward to that. That's at the end of April. And if it doesn't rain, I found some henbit out in my yard. We might go out and go get a bunch of it and put it in the dehydrator. But all it's been doing here in Arkansas is raining and raining and raining and raining and more raining. Are you getting dog food and then coming in here? The dog is going to the other dog's dog bowl, stealing the dog food, comes in the living room and kind of spits it on the floor and eats them one at a time. He was my little one that all his fur was coming off his back butt, but he's finally growing fur again. He looked funny. It was like he had a bare butt. It was like it was on his back. It went from the middle of his back.
It looked like he was a hairless dog.
Yeah, look at hair all the way down to the top of his tail. So whatever he got into that was giving him the itchies has finally wore off.
Yeah, and it went a while.
But there's no telling. It could have been, it could have even just been like he got into some poison ivy or something. Yeah, it drives me nuts. And I bought sprays and shampoos.
Beautiful.
Started up good.
Hear it?
Yeah, I heard it. When can you not hear that car?
I'm sorry, I was having a little bit too much fun.
But it's like I've done sprays, I've done shampoos, I've done salves, and eventually the hair comes back and he'll quit scratching. It's like he's the most hyper dog. I've actually bought him little, what do they call them, the tranquil chews. When he was like wigging out, I was like giving the dog herbal chews to chill him out. He was like, oh, he was driving me nuts.
I miss Tommy's mama.
Why is he Tommy's mama?
I miss.
Yeah, he's not Tommy's mama.
No, I miss her.
And then I've got to get it done. I got to sit down and glue all of y'all's Care Bear cover minders that I'll be dispersing throughout the event. But they're really cute. They're about yay big. And they got little strawberries on their bellies. And
And I guess what I found?
what?
My little blue bear.
You found your blue bear?
Yeah, it was in my box.
You have a box in there too. behind those pictures.
I do.
Mm-hmm. She's actually been working on her diamond painting. I came in here last night about 1 o'clock in the morning, and she was sitting there just diamond painting. You see it?
No.
Try the top drawer. Front left. You see it? No, not that one. There's a little blue flowery box.
Yay.
She finally figured out where all her diamond painting stuff is. What all's in there?
This, there's not much in here yet. There's wax.
There's wax, a pen. Well, why don't you put your stuff in that? Hold on. I haven't figured out where I'm gonna put this tower at either, because I got the pin box, and then I got my tower of sparklers. So I don't know where I'm. I guess up the other end over there. I don't know. It's like, And then I could just sit it over here beside me when I work on stuff.
The one she's doing has a lot of ABs.
Yes, Golden Glade has a lot of
And
ABs.
I bet it's going to be beautiful when it's done.
Tons of ABs. It's so sparkly, guys. It is gorgeous. So I've been glad to get to this one because haven't done one in a while, and it's around, so it'll go quick.
Yeah.
And
Rounds are easy.
because I've done so many squares. I did magic potions, which was huge, and I did so much embellishments in it that I was killing my poor brain trying to figure out what to put where and remember everything. And then I didn't really embellish Rose Profits except for her name. It was just like a pale beige, kind of blended in. So I did it in silver. I did her name in silver, but that was the only embellishment on it. But it was square. And then before that, I worked on a square. So it was like time for a round. It really was. I was like, I need a round. I need a round. Yeah, definitely needed a round. Okay. That necklace likes to run around, and at least it hasn't broke it lately. Because one time it did break. But yeah, like I really need Rose Profits. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 because she's using one. She's got one of my shrimp boats. So 4 shrimp boats sitting right here, and I just ordered 2 more. So it's like, yeah. It's like, uh-oh. I saw your sponge. He's so cute. So cute. Super cute. Oh, and I've been stretching it, trying to, because it's like right in here, and then on the top, that muscle's just like locked up. Which really sucks. Oh, it's so quiet. Yes. I bet they all went over to my dad's house, and they're probably all over there terrorizing him. What you want to bet? What you want to bet? I bet they're over there terrorizing him. Yep, I do. I bet that. I bet that. I bet that. And I just had my handful of my. Oh, let me put this up here so I can find it. Is it down here? No. In here? No. Where'd I put that? I just had it yesterday. I mean, I just had it yesterday. And what it is, it's the it's this. Oh, I don't want to have to buy some more of them. That's what happens. I end up buying more or something, and then I find it, and I really didn't need to buy more. So it's like a never-ending. Where did I put that? Ah, there they are. What I was hunting for, guys. Well, now they're coming in. And I always have these on hand. And I get these off Amazon, and I love them. Here they come. It's like if one comes, they all come. If one comes, they all come. And I can link these down below because these are awesome. Because they fit fairly decently, and if they don't fit, I just put one little round of washi tape on, and then they're good. And I'm down to 2, so I'm gonna have to get some more. Let's see, how are these? Oh, that much snug. Maybe a little bit of washi tape, which I have right here. Hey, Alexis, can you pick that up where it fell?
Yeah.
And this is the washi tape that came with the.
Oh, new shrimp boat.
Put the pink one further up too, because it's about to fall out. It's really pretty. It's like pine cones.
Ooh, that is pretty. It's like flowery pine cones, actually. I like that cover minder. The butterfly one.
Oh. Well, where'd it go?
Where'd what go?
There it is.
Oh.
I would lose my hand. Yeah, if my head wasn't attached, I'd be running around going, I lost my brain. I lost my brain. Where'd it go? Now, one thing that works for this really well is plumber's tape because it sticks to itself and it works really well. I just don't feel like going in the bathroom and getting it. That one's got went around one too many times. Okay, right there. Let's try that. There, that did it. Yep, no wiggle. No wiggle. So we're put together. And I need to buy some more 4-placers in metal. And I used to have a whole bunch, but then it's in all my pins that are over there. My little pin collection. And there's still some that, like when they're translucent, like, or real shiny, like the purple is in here. Let's see if I can get up close. When it gets real shiny like that, it's like you had me at hello. You know, it's like, yeah, it's the shine factor. That's just so pretty. And I don't know where my heart wax went. It disappeared. I'll have to, when I get up and look around for it. Because there's no telling where it went off to. Probably fell on the floor or something. Because I got a big pile of stuff around me. But yeah. So that's kind of what I've been doing. As far as my class goes, I'm in Unit 1, and I think I'm on Lesson 10, which is the last part of Unit 1, and then I'll have to take the quiz, and then I'll go on to Unit 2. So it's slowly coming along. It's starting to make more sense, and it's starting to say, and I watched a couple of YouTubes from different people, and it was like, like building these, because I'm starting to build some of my own formulas, like especially with the salves, because I want different salves to do different things. I want some to be a muscle rub, and the ones I use in it help with pain and to help with healing the muscle. And then I've got some that are going to be for like antibacterial. Yes, I am. It's very informative. I have learned so much about herbs. There is so much. Just like, there's some herbs that have more water salt. You can put them in water and get what you need out of them. Other ones have to be in actual liquor, or you have to boil the snot out of them to get what you need out of them. Some, and I haven't got into them, they're called double extraction, where you like either make a tincture and then boil it, or like if you make an oil, you'll make one part with the oil and another part you'll heat the oil and heat it up on the, like a stove for a certain to pull it out of this like a stem or something. So they call those double extractions and start compounding. And yeah, very interesting. I do what they call the simple extractions, to where I don't even like mix my compounds. I do each herb separately and then just build with separate herbs. Yes, there's, and I did not realize it because I bought the book and I was like, well, dang, I did not realize they added an herbal course to nursing. Whereas in nursing, we had, like every year we'd get a new med book and it'd be like nursing 2001. And it would be meds and procedures that were new. And they actually have a herb book. I think it came out in 2006, I think is what it says. So yeah, it's actually made its way into where it's officially recognized, because and it's just getting someone who's open-minded enough to use it. But there is a lot to learn, because you got to learn which ones do what, where they work at, what they work at. And so, I mean, I just did was it a 4-hour class on herbal infusions, the oil infusions, learning how to do them, what not to do. I guess the person was making, it's where they take honey and put powdered herbs in the honey and then, put it on with heat, like a low heat. And I guess the honey got too hot and it blew the glass jar up and it was like all over the wood stove. And yeah, that would be a holy mess to clean up. That'd be awful. But they say it's like you can take some powdered herbs and you put them in with the honey and you heat them. Well, the honey will preserve them because the honey is a preservative. You can actually, if you have a bug bite or an open sore, you can put honey over it and it's an anti-infective and a bunch of other things. And it will actually help it, just like a thin layer. I mean, don't just slather it in honey, but you can just put a thin layer, keep it from getting infected. I know salt will do that, but it hurts like a mother, but it keeps flies from landing on an open wound and stuff. Kind of like dries it out, but very painful. Kids wouldn't like it. Kids would not like it. So far, I don't mind my fire cider. I mean, because one, I don't try to taste it. I just kind of shit it back and just drink some water after it. But it's like you think they thought it was like the end of the world. It's like, yeah, I just do a shot a day because there's so much healing stuff that apple cider vinegar does. Once you get used to it, it's very helpful. Um, I've been watching a lot of classes, and this is like for people who are my age, 50s, older. Yeah. And this, I'm telling you, I did a lot of in-depth research on this when I worked in the cath lab, because in the cath lab we did a lot of what it's like the older people that if their legs hurt really bad. I have to order everything. I went to a bulk order store. Now, in Little Rock, which is like an hour and a half away, I might be able to come across something that like Trader Joe's or something. But I went to the one in Conway, and I have more herbs on mine than they have on theirs. So yeah, I have to order. But I order from like Frontier, Star West, and Mountain Rose are all my ordering sites. But yeah, it's a humdinger, humdinger. And I think I finally got. I mean, I'm still gathering a few. Like a little, I got some willow to kind of get the aspirin part from it. But I've been watching some YouTubes on D3 and K2. And the reason I say that, because in cath lab, what we would do is you're elderly, you come in, you have to lay on this hard table. And these cases are long, guys. They would take anywhere from 4 hours to 6 hours long. And and they put the wire in, and then they have a drill. Well, it's a wire with a diamond on the end that would drill the calcium, because your arteries don't just get, you think of hardening of the arteries and it's cholesterol, all that. No, it's calcium. It's where insulin has come in and hit, different parts of your body. And it's like, well, we don't know what to do with this. So it takes the calcium and dumps it, especially women who have osteoporosis. All the calcium that you've leached out has gone and settled in your arteries. And then your arteries get blocked up and they have to go in there and drill them out. We drilled out heart arteries. We've drilled out leg arteries, and then you drop your stent down and yada, yada, yada. Well, I did some research because I was like, I do not want to be on that table having that done. It just, even being the nurse for this is unpleasant because they're not asleep. They're in that twilighty where you just give them a little medicine so you keep them kind of twilighty, but not asleep. So, I mean, they're late and you got to keep them still. They got to be still. I was like, I do not want to be this person. Mm-mm. So I went and looked. And everyone just says, oh, K is K. It's not K. Vitamin K has like 7 or 10 different parts. And I take you can get it on Amazon, and it's like 5,000 units of D3. And I think it's 100 or 150 micrograms of K2 as MK7. And MK7 literally will go inside your arteries and it grabs that calcium and it makes it let go and it pulls it back out and puts it in your bones. So all that calcium that you would normally have floating around and stuck in your arteries is now being released back into your bones, which means you have less bone breakage. You have, I did some research and I started taking it when I was on keto because the only thing you get K2 from, and I'm not that big into it, is sauerkraut, kimchi, kombucha, and a couple of like wild fish, but specific ones. But it's mostly fermented stuff, and it's like really I mean, I'm not into that. Kimchi is cabbage is rotted. Kombucha, I'm not even sure what that is, but I'm just like, not so sure on that. About the most fermenting I'm going to get is going to be this apple cider vinegar 1 shot a day. And that's about the most fermenting I'm going to do. So I was like, okay. And you don't want to just get K2 by itself because it has to work with the the D3. They work together. But I mean, I get 1 bottle and it lasts like 2-3 months. I just take 1 pill a day. But it's like, if you're getting up here in the age, we literally lose the calcium out of our bones. I mean, you can go have a test done and we start losing our calcium out of our bones, but most of the time that stuff is dumping in our arteries. Then you end up, well, you got a heart attack, you got hardening arteries. It's not cholesterol, it is calcium. Because I'm telling you, we drilled a bunch of calcium out of the heart, and I hated drilling the heart because it's terrifying to have someone in there with a diamond drill in the heart. Just sounds like a dang tooth drill. And I'm one of the people, I go to the dentist and I hear that drill start up, and I mean, I'm ready to run. My adrenaline goes whoop, and I'm ready to run. And then I hear him where we're going for hours. I was just like, oh, this is killing me. I hated that. So yeah, that is one vitamin. Yeah, I just ordered online because I know I hardly ever go outside and see sunlight to get the D, and I don't want that calcium stuff. And it's not the same as K. K works with your clotting factors and stuff. This is a whole different derivative of K. So it's like, yeah. And they're just now starting to talk about it on YouTube. It was like, wow, I wonder what brought this up. Because I didn't even start researching it until I went strict keto. I mean, we're talking, when I say strict keto, I make Tima look poor because I mean, I was strict keto. I had 16 grams or less of carbohydrates a day. You know how much? I mean, it's like, and I was actually consuming 90 grams of fat a day because that's what my body ran, was fat. And when I was in the hospital after they jacked me up, and I was trying to explain that to them because they was wanting me to eat, a regular sad diet, the standard American diet, which is mostly why most people who eat that are fat. And so I was like, no, no, no. I said, no, I'm not eating that. And me and the nurses went round and round. I said, I am not eating that. And they said, well, what will you eat? And I was telling them that I would eat yogurt. I would, high fat yogurt. Um, that I wouldn't do milk, but I would do heavy cream. I would do nuts, vegetables, not corn, but other vegetables. And they would just having a flip fit. And I was like, no, I need that too. I said, I'll eat cheese. Go get me some cheese. And they were all about, no, you need to have orange juice and you need to have this. And boy, we went round and round and round and round. And I mean, it had been 2 years since I had eaten or drank anything with sugar in it. So if I had gotten, the minute I got any sugar, I would literally have a massive migraine. It would be instantaneous. Sugar in mouth. I mean, that's how my body reacted to sugar because it just never got sugar. My blood glucose would run. I said I probably ran around 58 to 60, and that's where I stayed. But I was like, look, people, I don't eat anything that turns into sugar, so I'm not going to have sugar running around in my body. Well, you got to have it. I said, no, I need fats. I said, I need good fat, but I need fats. I said, I'll eat bacon. Go get me some bacon. Go fry an egg. I'll eat an egg. It was the only diet. I mean, when I went on that diet, I weighed like 235, and I got down to 165. And I was like, the only diet in the world where you can sit there and eat butter and bacon and eggs and lose weight. My poor boss used to flip out because I would take all the topping off the pizza because that was his idea of providing us lunch because we never got a lunch break. And I would take all the toppings off the top, and then I would take the Papa John's butter and pour that on the top, and then take some nutritional yeast and dump that on there. And that's what I would eat for lunch, and I would throw all the crusts in the trash. And he says, I don't get it. He said, I don't get it. He said, you are shrinking people, and you're eating that. I said, yeah, but this is what my body burns. I have to provide it this to function. And he just never could, because I mean, some people are like, oh, I can eat fatty stuff. And I said, yeah, but then you have to give everything else away. Because the minute you eat a piece of bread or, something with carbohydrates in it, you have just defeated the purpose. I actually, the second surgery I had, the first one out of the hospital where they messed me up. And I told them I eat strict keto. And my doctor literally put in my chart, must provide a strict keto diet. And that was the only hospital I've ever been in that literally, when they brought me my food, it was like a piece of meat. It was like cauliflower or cabbage or, like a low carb vegetable. They would provide a bag of pistachios. I mean, it was a keto diet. I was surprised because only hospital I have been in where they provided a keto diet. I was just like, this is amazing. They didn't even try to throw anything that had carbs. They didn't try to throw anything that had sugar on that plate. They didn't come in there and tell me, you must eat this. And I was like, because the one who jacked me up, and I mean, I was strict keto and I knew better to eat anything but strict keto. And so, like, when they would bring me coffee, I would have them. Yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised because the first hospital that me and that nurse went round and around because I would tell her I need some butter for my coffee because I ate the keto coffee. And so she's like, "You can't put butter in your coffee." Yada yada yada. I'm like, "I want butter for my coffee." And then when lunch, they had a Subway downstairs, and what I wanted a spicy Italian with no bread. Just all the meat and all the veggies, and then just the red wine vinegar on it, no oil. And so my dad went and got me one, and I took all the bread off, and I just dumped all the whole salad making stuff and chopped the meat up and put it on there. And she chewed him out and chewed me out, and I'm like, how is this any different than if I order a chef salad? It was like, really? just because I won't eat the bread. I said, I'm not going to eat that bread. I said, if I have to, I'll throw it on the floor and let my dad step on it. So you'll quit trying to make me eat the bread. I'm not eating the bread. And she was like, well, you have to eat the bread to heal. And I have been a nurse too long to bite on that. It's the only good advantage to being a nurse really long. And like my new doctor, I just told her, I said, I was a nurse for 32 years. I have things I will do. I have things I won't do. And I have reasons why I won't do them. And so she would sit there and this is the way we work now. I sit down. She says, I see we haven't done this. Do you want me to order this? And I'm like, nope, not really. And she goes, okay, but just put patient denied there. I just have to cover my ass. I'm like, okay. And she'll just go down the list. Because I was like, mm-mm. I said, yeah, no, I know the ins and outs, and I'm not playing their rodeo. I mean, if you really want to lose weight, but the only problem is you have to go hardcore and you cannot cheat. Because the minute you sit there and think, oh, if I just eat one piece of pizza crust, it's not going to matter. And what it does, because it takes about a week to flip your body. That first week really sucks, guys. It really sucks because you're not feeding it any carbohydrates to burn as glucose. And then you have to get into that ketone burning where you start smelling funky for a few days, lasts a few days, and detoxing off the sugar is awful. You'll kill someone for sugar. I mean, it's like you will literally be like, I just whooped your butt to get some sugar. I want some sugar. And you really can't even have honey. I mean, I don't do keto so much as I do almost like an Atkins. It's like I'll have a piece of bread every now and then or a noodle every now and then, but it's mostly I don't do sugar. I try to stay away from sugar. I do sugar-free creamer in my coffee, and I would actually prefer MCT oil and butter and then froth it because that made it the best coffee. I'm trying to work back because keto's expensive. That's the other thing. Keto's expensive, because it is all meats. Boys, go outside if you're going to get loud. It's all meats, heavy cream, not half and half, but you have to do heavy cream. And especially with food prices nowadays, it's very expensive, because it's the Ollie Pops that are what, $2 and something. It's like when people started doing keto and it became popular, everything that's keto became expensive. Because when I first started, it wasn't that expensive because no one did it. But when everyone jumped on the bandwagon, it went from heavy cream being $2.50 for the pint to like $5.95. It was like crazy. So I don't eat a whole lot of carbs, so I don't have to worry about trying to burn them as much, and I eat pretty low sugar. Mine is just like don't get out. I can't really exercise very much, so it's just like it's a slow process. All right, outside now. It is. It's more expensive to eat healthy. Well, now it's just getting expensive. Period. Whenever a bag of Cheetos is like 7, 8, $9, it's like what? Mm-mm. I'll go to Dollar Tree or Dollar General and buy the cheapy no name stuff, or go to Kroger and eat their version of chips, and because it's crazy. I'm not doing that. Mm-mm. Not the happening. But healthy eating is very expensive because it's a lot of meat, a lot of produce, which is like sky high. And then, you can't do pastas. So that takes out spaghetti and your pastas. And, so it's on the higher side. I have to say it's on the higher side. And then, of course, if you are doing that the first week, you'll have a headache from detoxing off the sugar. Sugar is an evil, evil, evil thing to try to get off of. And you'll feel like doo-doo. And the minute you eat something sweet, you're hooked. It's worse than cocaine, guys. I swear. It's like worse than cocaine because it's so addictive. It's like our body gets it. And it's like, yeah, I want that. But once no carbs, no sugar, your liver will literally go from burning glucose for your energy and your fat burning and everything to where it literally flips and it will burn fat. It doesn't burn sugar. It doesn't burn glucose. It will burn fat. And so it will start pulling from your fat stores. That's why you see these things where people say, I went keto and lost 30 pounds in a month and a half. It's because literally their body is running off all their fat stores. Now, the more smaller you get and the less fat stores you have, the less you're going to lose, because then you're getting to where you're just kind of burning what and you've got to feed it. But when you first start, I knew someone that was 500 pounds and I think he's at 230 now, just from like eating eggs and chicken and staying pretty much keto. I mean, he lost buku's weight. But I mean, you can do that where like for the first week you just eat eggs. And yes, you'll lose weight, but you'll get really sick of eggs. But yeah, I mean, once you get to where you burn fat, then that's what you burn. You just got to feed its fat, even if you have to drink it. Like I would put MCT oil in my coffee and literally feed the fat so that your brain and your body would function. It'll burn up your fat stores. So it's just that you have to really get in depth and really read on it to understand it, because a lot of people can't understand that you're actually flipping your liver as to what it will do. And that's, like that nurse, she couldn't get past that, how fat would be what you need, because she couldn't get past the fact of, oh no, you got to this because this book says that. And it's like, yeah, no. So it's like, if that's even with the herb stuff, they will flat tell you, learn. Don't take what I say, have the books and learn. And say you're building a salve and you want it to be like a muscle salve for pain and to heal the muscle and what you're wanting to put in it, and actually read up on it and say, well, does it do this and this and this, and know what you're doing, know what's in it before you build it. Same with like teas, what you're wanting from it. If you're wanting it to make you sleepy and go sleep, you pull all the ones that are the nervines that actually make you sleepy. I mean, that's what they do. They make you sleepy, like skullcap and catnip and passion flower, they will actually, valerian, they will make you sleepy. And then if you're wanting one that's going to be kind of supportive if you're stressed out, to kind of relieve the stress and just kind of keep you on an even keel, then you go for the adaptogen, and it adapts your system to where you kind of get like a stress relief from it. If you're wanting energy, have like a morning tea that has a bunch of the stuff that, provides energy, and, like yerba mate, and has caffeine kick to it. I mean, it's just a lot of learning. Like I have one that, um, it's just a very relaxing tea I have at night. Actually tastes pretty good. And then I have one that's just like a soothing tea during the day, kind of like keeps you from getting hyperstimulated and stressed. Like when I'm reading this stuff that's just like, and you can actually get rosemary and put it in some tea, or just, have it in some hot water. And well, thank you, Dawn. And I did not know this, but rosemary helps your memory. So if you're studying for a test, get a glass of rosemary with some hot water and just kind of sniff it, because you're getting the oils coming off of it. It'll help your memory. I was just like, really? So they were like, yeah, if you add a little to a tea, and it will literally help your memory. They're finding that it helps people with dementia to boost their memory. So I was like, I did not know that. Yeah, my therapist said that I have, because I had to turn in my nursing license because I couldn't do the things that I needed to do to maintain it. Put it that way. Because to maintain your nursing license, you have to nurse so many hours a year. And to be a nurse, you have to have, like what I did, I had to have PALS and ACLS and BCLS and all that just for what I did. And That's okay. They're fine, Muttnut. But it was just like, I can't do CPR because with one having one whole side of my abdomen being nothing but mesh, it couldn't handle the pressure of doing the CPR because mesh will only hold as long as you don't overtax it. So if you're overtaxing it, it'll actually stretch out and fail. And then I'll be back on the table having a whole new piece of mesh put in there again. And I had 3 in like 1 year, and it was like, I'm done. I am done, 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 done. And so this last July, I had to not re-up my nursing license, which was devastating because I'd been a nurse for 32 years, and I'd been like a high critical care, ER, ICU, neuro ICU, lab, high intense nurse. And so I went from that to being made to stay home and not do anything. And so my therapist has informed me that this herbal adventure is taking over the nursing adventure. He said, this is taking the place of your nursing. So, and I do believe that, because literally I probably have about 70 herbs over there. And I have made probably about 20 tinctures out of the 70 herbs. And I've got, I think, 10 oils so far. And there's a few more I need to make another batch of because it only made a half a bottle. And they smell so good, I want a whole bottle. One of those calendula guys. Calendula smells so awesome. And it's great for your skin health. And I was just like, oh man, that smells so awesome. It was like, yeah, I want to have more of that, and then I've got just got quite a few of them. And enough where I got all them tinctures that need to be drained and pressed. And so I'm just like, yeah, no. It's, that's a rough job because my arms were like, oh my God. And some of them herbs, like the ones who had been, like I let them sit for like 6 weeks and then I heated them just like on low on the oven in water and up off the bottom to where it's just they were in warm water. And so when I pulled them out to drain them, they were kind of crunchy. It's like it literally pulled everything out of them herbs. Like even the rose oil smelled like roses. Smelled like roses. And see, like I did that class today on YouTube, and I did not realize. I mean, I did all dry there, but when I was making my rose oil for my altar, I did not realize you're really not supposed to use fresh plants. For the simple fact that if it's fresh plants, it's got water in it, and water and oil don't mix, so to make that oil go bad. So you always have to use dry plant matter for your oil infusions. So I was just like, oh wow. So whenever the roses come off again this year, I'll just clip them, put them in the dehydrator, dehydrate the little puppies, and then I'll have fresh dried rose petals. Because yeah, those I know those. Oh, those smell so good. And then like my whole yard's full of henbit. I couldn't find any dead nettle, but I found tons of henbit. So I'll be doing that one. Um, I got some valerian that I can actually put in tea now to really make a good sleeping tea. So yeah, it's like that's coming along. I think what I'll do when I do the salves, I'll do a video on the salves of putting together because you have to melt your beeswax and mix it. And I actually bought this contraption that looks like, oh, what can I explain it as? Almost looks like a pancake dollop. It's like a cone, and it's got a button, and you open it up, and it comes out it, and then the minute you let go, it stops it. So it'll stop right where you want it on your tins. It's like that's really cool. And I actually bought little tins to put them in so that because my old way I did it was like 4-ounce jars. I mean, one that's really expensive to give 4 ounces of that stuff away. So I bought like little 2-ounce tins. So that's what I did with that. And I don't know what she's playing. She's playing some free game on
Yes.
do what?
Yes.
The PS5. called Jinjin or
Jinjin.
Sinjins.
Okay.
It looks like a little anime thing. And I don't know how many gamers are in here, but have you seen the new trailers for Diablo? Oh my god.
It's so
That
good.
that is all I got to say is oh my god. And I actually have one version. I've already paid for it. It's pre-ordered. It'll ship out on June 6th. But for Xbox One, if I pre-order it on the Xbox site, they have actually got to where Friday, let me see, 21st was Tuesday. Friday and Saturday, they're going to have a free beta. So I could actually get it for the Xbox too. And then that way, whichever one you're wanting to play. But we have an Xbox 4 in the other room. And then so like my grandson can get on it and play on his mom's account. She can get in here and play on my account. And then they can play in the same, play a co-op game together, which I find that pretty cool.
You can also play co-op mode in this game too.
Now this one is, I don't know, she was beating up these little water droplet dudes called slime. Now it looks like a big giant, I don't know, like a wolf, ram looking thing. He's got horns and fur, and I'm not sure. It's like, okay, weird. Weird, weird. But yeah, just wanted y'all know I'm still working hard on getting good sponsors for the event. So I'll have some random drop things, and then the prize packs will be a box, a big box. Not as big as Nyx's box. I mean, because she's got like what, those big giant boxes, but not as big as that, but big box. So pretty nice stuff. So working on it. Working hard. Well, I think I'm about to get off here. My God, it's quiet. Been on for an hour and 12 minutes. And I will let everything, and I'll probably have some pop-ups. But like I said, I'll do the art dot video. I'll do the putting the tower thing together video. Um, and what I'll do is if you want tea and you win a prize pack, just let me know, or I'll contact you and let you know. And you know, you tell me what kind of tea you want, and I'll build you a tea. And then plus you get a pretty little tin that you can use. Ow. And I'm gonna probably drink another cup of allergy tea because I'm trying to drink a cup of the not the infusion anymore, just the allergy tea, where it has about 3 or 4 different things in it that are for the allergies, and it doesn't taste that bad. But I will let y'all go, and I will see y'all later. And y'all have a blessed day. For all my news people that are in here, please subscribe. If you are a subscriber, thank you for coming back. Hit the yeah, it's like it is going to be fun. It will be fun. And I think what I did is I went down the 40 by 40 in the actual dock because it's harder to find the 40 by 50s, whereas I think some of the ones you can buy online or you can get a 40 by 40. So I went down to 40 by 40, but it's something that, you know, you figure you can use over 2 months. Y'all have a great day, and I will see you later, and I will get these videos done, and I will show you the completed framed Rose Prophet because I got the frames in, and it's going to be awesome. I will talk to y'all later, and bye.
Bye.